Welcome to Slow Home Studio. Too many people live in badly designed houses, and we want to change that.
Today's design problem comes to us from Annie, who is a recent participant in our outdoor living and landscape design class, and she has a house in Canmore that she just finished renovating, and she's got some questions about what to do about the front outdoor space in her house.
Yeah, and we should have a look at it because it's really quite something. And this is a view of the outside of the house, so very nice renovation that she's done.
It's a modest mid-century house.
Yeah, beautiful, and of course the yard is not complete, so this is the deck area that we're going to be looking at, and here's a slightly different view of that. So she's wanting to increase privacy, and she wants to landscape the yard, but she does not want to block the view, and I can understand why.
Right. Here's the view. I mean, look at that. It's a beautiful neighborhood, and you've got the distant view of the mountains is really spectacular. It's a south-facing front yard, so you want to try to maximize that in this alpine environment. You really do need to make sure that you've got lots of sunlight coming on an outdoor space, because the high altitude means that these spaces cool off really quickly. But at the same time, you do want to have some privacy, because this suburban landscape isn't always the nicest place to be sitting out and having a cocktail.
Yeah, and it is interesting because we do have to look at the height that we actually are above grade, and we're only a couple of steps up, because if we look at the number of risers that we come up from the path, it's about 3. So we're pretty close to the ground, so we don't need any guards there, per se. But it is interesting to think about this, because this is going to get a lot of heat because it's south-facing.
Yep.
And if we don't have some sort of a separation, I feel right now if there was just chairs or something there, you're basically sitting on the sidewalk of the street, right?
That's right. And another thing that we have to, if we look at this, we can see that this is actually the front door. So it's not just an outdoor living space. It also has to be able to accommodate visitors and newspaper boys and that sort of thing that come up to the front door, so that there has to also be some kind of, I think, differentiation in this outdoor living space between that area that is for coming in and out of the house and that area that is for sitting.
And I think if we look at the site plan, there's just a couple other things to point out. This is, of course, the front of the house, so this is the street here. And then there is a path, and the path has been put in at the side yard, right against the property line. It's a narrow path, and then it comes and it wraps up. So there's a little bit of space between the house and the path to do something. But it is interesting. There's not a lot of room between the deck and the property line, because there is this boulevard that is set back that is owned by the municipality that you can't just go and start putting fences and landscaping in.
That's right. So really what we're going to be looking at is, what do we do with this space, this concrete pad, and basically this area around it to both create a great entry, a great living space, and enough privacy so that you don't feel like you're sitting down right in your neighbor's front yard.
So that's the challenge that we've got. So we're very interested to hear what you guys come up with. John and I are going to work on a scheme as well, and we're going to post it to the site in a few days.
See you next time.